I recently spoke to Jerry Dunphy of Informa about trade shows in the UK and Connect 2021. You can hear the full interview in the March PSI podcast or read it in the April edition of the magazine. But for now, here's a snippet of what we spoke about, starting with how do you organise a show when you don't know when it's going to be?
Yeah, I mean the biggest frustration really is trying to read this situation. Predict when it's possible to host an event, and then when you do it, it's having to rethink it all over again. Because when you think about our world, trade shows are all about planning, scheduling, focusing, and effort. The date generally tends to be immovable. So the ongoing situation here has been enormously challenged because you don't really know what that target date is going to be. So this creates another level of frustration because it's really, really important to keep the customers abreast, of what you're going on. So you're in constant communication with them over this time because they need to know and plan as well as much as we do. So it's really been a shared experience all around. It's a genuine case of we're all in this together. We're all pulling in the same direction, and we've had some very, really good, strong, professional conversations with lots of people. And it's really, everyone just wants these shows to go ahead. Everybody's everyone's really missing each other. We're hearing that. People just want to gravitate together. They want to mix, they want to have a beer at the shows, and we just want to do it as quickly and as safely as we possibly can. Yeah.
Continuing then with the digital audience, you've got Connect 2021 coming up. What's that all about, and how do people get involved with that?
Yeah, so Connect 2021 is our approach to hosting a virtual event, but it's not. We've seen lots of online exhibitions, and it's all about little avatars walking onto little stands and all that. And we're not into that. What we want to look at, and this is the platform we're using, heavily focused on an online meetings offering, which is then supported by 4 separate days of content. So the whole thing, so Connect 2021 will be available from the 1st to the 30th of June. And it will provide customers with a chance to meet with suppliers. They can host online discussions, they can browse product videos, they can exchange contact details. For the exhibitors, they will get a 3D booth, but they can tailor it to their own requirements. It's more like a shop window, to be honest, than an actual booth. But the idea is it's where you can focus on products and videos and what have you. But most importantly, and this is the crux of it, they can actually search the data and send out meeting requests. So this goes across all our shows as well. So this is IFSEC, FireX, Safety and Health, Facilities in Intelligent Buildings. That visiting audience can be accessed by the exhibitors to send meeting requests and see what comes out of it. So we've used this platform already. A sister event of ours, DecoRX, used it back in November, and it was a really good success. I think they had something in the region of 70% new people coming to it, which introduces its own opportunity there. So, and really what we're doing with Connect 2021 is just trying to effectively fill the gap, where the shows would have been, provided opportunities to meet up. We're taking cues from things like LinkedIn, where you can actually, send people meeting requests or invitations to connect and all that. So it's on that side. On the content side, we've got 3 dedicated days, which will be focusing on video surveillance, access control, and intruder detection, and a 4th day, which will focus on protecting cities. We're currently surveying the video surveillance, access, and intruder industries, as we're going to have live panel discussions on each of those days. And it's really around, the surveys are actually asking these companies how they're seeing the road ahead, what are the future technologies coming through, who are the future customers, because obviously the complexity of the customer is changing, their emergence of trends and their emerging challenges. And these individual content days will also have a morning of related tech talks. So, the 1st of June will be video surveillance day. So video surveillance morning of tech talks, video surveillance strat talk in the afternoon, access control on the 2nd of June, and then intruder on the 3rd. So we're really building these sort of key pillars of content around what will be the meetings platform. And it will all go from the 1st to 30th of June. And like I said, it's all our shows all together as we would have done at Excel.
Right, and is the idea to keep those going even when the trade shows are back up and running?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's more to come actually on digital stuff. We think really because of IFSEC's sort of iconic status and its history, you've got to remember as well, we've got an incredible resource of data. which is constantly being refreshed all the time. And this is also backed up by stuff we do with IFSEC Global and everything else. So what it effectively means is that we can keep reaching into the sector all the time, and communicating with stakeholders across all our formats. So the model moving forwards will be to provide this sort of blend, very rich blend of online and in-person events. So the Connect 2021 project will also be part of the schedule for 22 and beyond. So the major benefit of having a hybrid approach, as we're seeing it, is that the in-person option and the virtual option, we can actually extend our offering over a period of time. So, and this will provide, the manufacturers with a more substantial platform that can engage with the customers across the year, and also it's not necessarily affected by geography. So the in-person event then becomes the headline act, where we can all gather together to meet up and see the products in action, but you're underpinned all year through this sort of virtual offering and everything else.